So I guess for me the next one would be I beat the Pirate Yakuza Majima game. I
Mhm.
can't remember the whole
Oh,
name. I know
cool.
it's called Pirate Yakuza. So this is a weird one because so the formula when you say it out loud, like on paper, this sounds like it should be a hit. It's Majima on a pirate ship, like it writes itself. It sounds like a match made in heaven. And I played it, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it really didn't do much for me.
Oh
And
boy.
I and this is for yeah. No, okay, so first of all, I do not think this game is like horrible or anything, and I actually think it's pretty decent, and I still think it's worth playing. But here are the things that kind of like rubbed me the wrong way that made it not nearly as like what it could have been. So I think like obviously when you have a concept of Majima on a pirate ship, you're not expecting like a thought-provoking story. You're not expecting a Yakuza Zero here or anything. So you're
Right.
expecting the game to be like balls to the wall, goofy, so over the top and entertaining. And while it has its moments like that, I actually found the game's story incredibly boring. Believe it or not.
Does it make you feel like it's just an extended sub story in one of those?
Basically it feels like they took a sub story and just made it into a game, and it has its like kind of like funny moment, like fun moments, like you fight like a fucking like a leviathan in the ocean, like that was pretty fun. I don't think it takes complete advantage of its absurd premise. I think it's a lot more grounded than you might think, believe it or not. I can't believe I'm actually saying that based on the game that I'm talking about. It's actually not nearly as like over the top as I think they wanted it to be. It has, outside of a few moments, I'm watching the cutscenes and I'm just like, wow, I am so bored right now, and it just feels very directionless. Like I said, I'm not expecting it to be as dark or intense as like some of the other games, but it's more like it just doesn't live up to the premise that they set. So at least in my opinion, I was like, I'm kind of like sitting there, I'm waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and I'm like, oh, there's one part that was kind of like entertaining, and then it's just nothing fun or interesting happens like throughout most of it. So I was not really into it that much. And then so it gets to the gameplay, and I honestly am wondering if this game was like kind of a rush job, because so much of the content in this game is ripped right from Infinite Wealth, like verbatim, like literally copied and pasted, like to the point where a good chunk of the sub stories are literally just right from Infinite Wealth. And it's not because you're in like the same city as Infinite Wealth, because like how many times were we in Kamurocho? You know what I mean? Like that every fucking game. It's not that. It's the content itself that is everything you didn't, not everything, but a lot of what you did in Infinite Wealth in the sub stories you are doing here to the T, that like to the letter. So like there's a really funny minigame in Infinite Wealth where you have to take like snapshots of like perverts all around the city while you're riding a bus. Like that was really funny. And in this game you do the exact same thing. There's a sub story in Infinite Wealth where you help out these like two comedians that are trying to get their show back together, and in this game you do the same thing. You help them deal with the exact same conflict, and so on and so forth. It's the fact that so much of it is just like completely ripped from it. And I had only played Infinite Wealth like a year before this game came out, so I was already feeling like really like major deja vu. And I
Right.
will say that yeah, like so, and the combat is, it goes back to the real time aspect, you know, because this isn't like the turn based like with like a dragon game, and yeah, and it brings back like styles. So Majima has his Mad Dog style. He has his like, I think it's called like the Swashbuckler or something, where he
Mhm.
basically like goes into his pirate like outfit, and you can do like some really cool moves with that. So that was fun. So the combat system is pretty solid for like the standards that we expect for the series. The thing that overall separates this game from any of the other games is like the ship like sailing portion of the game. This is definitely is what makes it the most original out of the series, and I actually thought this part was pretty decent. I don't think I feel like for at least for me, this is a me thing maybe, but I do think the novelty kind of wears off that after a while a little bit. But it is pretty like engaging to sail around. You have all these different islands. You can like literally raid them, and you take down the leader, and then you can recruit people to join your crew, and It's actually kind of like the castle system from the Suikoden games I was mentioning before, and they can do different things, and so like there is some worthwhile content here, and it's cool because there's a lot of customization options for your ship too. You can give them different like cannons and different things like that, and it makes the engaging in ship battles with like other pirates like pretty entertaining. So I think the ship aspect was the highlight, and thankfully like that clearly is what they were going for, and they did succeed in that. I don't think it's like amazing gameplay or anything, but that portion of the game was pretty well handled for the most part.
Have you ever played Assassin's Creed Black Flag?
Not Black Plague, no.
Oh, I just wondering if you have, because like it has a good amount of the game is revolved around the ship mechanics as well.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's probably like that, yeah. But yeah, so the ship part is good. Believe it or not, a large portion of that is actually optional. Like, you actually don't do too much sailing or ship, like, any kind of in the main story nearly as much as you would think. Like, a lot of it is optional, which I guess is okay. But yeah, but overall, I honestly was, I hate to say it, I was a little underwhelmed with this one. It just didn't do anything for me. I didn't think the story was clearly meant to be like guys, this is going to be a fun swashbuckling adventure with Majima, the mad dog of Shimano, and I'm playing it, I'm like, I don't know. Like the entire game revolves around just trying to find some lost treasure. The side characters aren't very interesting. It just doesn't have that like tone that they were going for, and yeah, like
it should have been goofier. They should have ramped it up harder.
Exactly. They should have cranked it up to 11, made it balls to the wall, and in my opinion, it just didn't do that. It was just very.
So
it was
are you saying
a lot more?
It should have gone like Yakuza Dead Souls?
Honestly, yes. Yes, it should have done exactly that. I never
minus that game being a piece of shit.
yeah. I never played it myself, but I heard it kind of sucked. But
I have
the idea.
Yeah. I dropped it. Like I was in the final stretch of that game, and I dropped it because I was like, I can't. It's fucking bad.
Yeah, like I'm just saying, like that game seems to go in a very absurd direction from what I've seen.
It's not. Yeah, it's more the principle of the goofiness factor, and in my opinion, this one didn't do that. It did not. Mm-hmm. It did not like live up to the potential that it meant to have. So between the game just not being nearly as goofy or entertaining as it should have been, as well as the fact that I honestly felt like I was playing. I felt like I was playing Infinite Wealth again. I felt like I was actually sitting there, and every time I'm doing all the recycle content from Infinite Wealth, I'm like, I'd rather just be playing Infinite Wealth. That game fucking rocks. This is not that great. So it honestly kind of breaks my heart because I was so excited to play this one, and it just wasn't memorable or entertaining for me. So do I think this game is terrible? No, it's not. It's okay. But this is, for me, in the lower tier of Yakuza games. So I would recommend it if you could find it for cheap. But overall, like, I honestly would kind of say give this one a pass, believe it or not. As much as it hurts to say, it just wasn't anything memorable to me.
It's a side game, you know. It's not like Yakuza 9.
Yeah. Then that would be worse. Mm-hmm. That would definitely be like a bigger problem. But like as a game on its own, it was just okay for me. So.
Right.